What if the feeling that you must do everything yourself isn't a burden, but a revelation of your true power? You have been taught to look for help outside, to seek validation, to wait for a sign. But the entire time, the world has been waiting for a sign. From you, the power you've been searching for is not found in others, in circumstances, or in the heavens. It is found in the profound solitude of your own consciousness. This is the secret of the creators. And by the end of this lecture, you will not only understand this power, you will know how to use it. You will realize that doing it alone is the key to commanding your reality. Have you ever felt that the entire world rests, not as a burden, but as a silent question waiting for your answer? This is the secret behind the phrase, "do it alone." It isn't a call to physical isolation, a command to shut yourself away from the world. Oh no, it's an invitation to a far more profound solitude, the solitude of the Creator. It's the recognition that within you, and you alone, resides the operant power. The cause of all that you see, all that you experience, is your own wonderful human imagination. The world doesn't happen to you, it happens from you. Every person, every circumstance, every joy, every sorrow, they are all messengers, telling you what you have been doing in consciousness. To do it alone is to finally turn away from the shadows on the wall and face the light within. It is to acknowledge that you are the I Am, the source of it all. This isn't arrogance. It's the ultimate responsibility, the divine heritage you were born to claim. It's time to stop looking outside for a savior, for permission, or for a cause. The cause is you, and only you can direct it. Think of the great masters, the prophets, the seers of all ages. Where did they go to receive their revelations? Did they stand in the marketplace, shouting for answers from the crowd? Soisarot, they went into the desert, the mountains, the quiet chambers. They sought solitude, but they weren't escaping the world. They were escaping the evidence of the senses, the tyranny of facts that held them captive to a reality they did not choose. In that stillness, they found the only reality that matters, the kingdom within. This is your desert. This is your mountain. Your inner world is the sacred ground where you meet the infinite. To do it alone is to enter this temple of consciousness, to shut the door on the noise of the world and listen to the voice of your own desire. This is where you conduct your inner conversations, where you feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is a deeply personal, intimate communion with your true self, the creative power that the ancients called God. This journey requires no one's approval. It needs no witnesses. It is a silent, sacred agreement between you and your own I Am. You are the author of your own story. Let that sink in. Not a co-author, not an editor, the sole author. The script of your life is not written by fate, by stars, or by others. It is written by your assumptions. An assumption, though false if persisted in, will harden into fact. What are you assuming right now? Look at your life. It is the perfect, unedited manuscript of your deepest convictions. To do it alone means to pick up the pen with authority. It means you stop letting the characters you've written dictate the plot. The world is simply playing back the script you handed it yesterday. If you don't like the play, you don't argue with the actors on the stage. You go backstage. You go into the silence of your own mind and rewrite the scene. You revise it until it brings you that thrill of satisfaction, that deep inner knowing that it is done. This is the work. This is the art of living deliberately. You are the poet, the playwright, the director, and the star of your magnificent production. And the power to write a tragedy or a comedy is entirely and solely yours. All creation begins in the mind. There is no other place. Before the building stands, it is a blueprint. Before the victory is won, it is a feeling of triumph. You must go there first. This is what it means to do it alone. You must inhabit the state of your fulfilled desire long before it is visible to the world. Others will only see the finished product, the miracle, the luck. They will not see the silent, persistent work you did in consciousness. They will not see the nights you spent feeling the reality of your dream, hearing the congratulations, touching the substance of things not yet seen. This inner world is the workshop of God, and that God is your own imagination. You must be willing to live more in your imagination than in your external world, for it is your imagination that is the one and only creative power. Stop begging the outer world to give you what you want. Command it by assuming you already are what you want to be. Your persistent assumption is an irresistible command. The universe has no choice but to obey the decree you issue from the throne of your consciousness. So you see, this journey is the most intimate one you will ever take. It is the journey from seeking to finding, from wanting to having, from being a creature of circumstance to being the creator of your world. To do it alone is to claim your divine birthright. It is to understand that you are the operant power, the central cause, the I Am. Everything outside of you is a mirror, a beautiful, loyal mirror, reflecting the face you hold within your own mind. It cannot add to you, nor can it take away from you. It can only show you who you are being. You are the solitary artist, and your consciousness is the canvas upon which you paint the masterpiece of your life. This realization is the key that unlocks every door, the answer to every question. You are the power. You are the cause. But that's only the surface. Understanding this intellectually is one thing. Living it, breathing it, and applying it is where the real transformation begins. Now we must go deeper into the work itself, the silent dance within your own soul. This inner work is the very essence of what it means to do it alone. It is a sacred, silent labor of consciousness that no one else can perform for you. You can read every book, listen to every lecture, but the final decisive act must be yours. It is a dance that takes place in the depths of your being, the dance between your unfettered imagination and the infinite field of possibilities. Every state, every reality, every possible version of you already exists within your consciousness, waiting to be selected. The work is not to create, but to select. It is to consciously choose the state you desire to occupy and to enter it through the gateway of feeling. You are not building a bridge to your desire. You are simply deciding to be on the other side. This is the operant power in action. It is the most potent and transformative work a person can ever undertake, for it is the work that shapes the very fabric of your reality from the inside out. There is no one to impress, no one to convince, only a state to assume. Your awakened life is a dream that you are creating with every thought, every assumption, and every secret inner conversation you entertain. Most of us walk through this life as though we are sleepwalkers, reacting to a dream we believe is being projected from the outside. But the moment you truly awaken, you realize you are the dreamer. The entire world is yourself pushed out. The events of your day are not random. They are the logical and inevitable unfolding of your state of consciousness. What are you whispering to yourself when no one is listening? Are you replaying old hurts? Anticipating failure? That is the script you are handing to the world. To do it alone is to become a lucid dreamer, to consciously and deliberately direct the flow of your inner world. You must stop reacting to the dream and start creating it. You must choose your inner conversations with the same care you would choose your words before a king. For your consciousness is the king that shapes all. Here's what changes everything. The people and conditions in your world are effects, not causes. They are messengers, not the message. They are mirrors reflecting the state you currently occupy. They have no power to create in your world. They only have the power to bear witness to what you are imagining. If you want to change another, you must change the conception you hold of them within your own mind. If you want to change your circumstances, you must first change the inner state that is producing them. Do not argue with the mirror. It is a futile and exhausting battle. The mirror cannot change its reflection. To do it alone is to turn your back on the reflection and go to work on the face that is casting it, your own consciousness. When you successfully change your inner state, when you truly feel yourself to be the person you want to be, the mirror has no choice but to show you this new face. The world will rearrange itself effortlessly to match your new assumption. This rearrangement is a profound mystery. It happens without your conscious effort or planning. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are moving into a new state of consciousness. And from that new state, you will set in motion a series of events that are perfectly aligned to bring your desire into being. People will say things they would not have otherwise said. Doors will open that were previously closed. You will feel inspired to take actions that lead you, inevitably, toward your goal. This isn't magic. It is the law of consciousness. The world is fluid, malleable, and completely responsive to the assumptions you hold as true. Your only task is to remain faithful to your new state, to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The how is not your concern. The how is the business of the creative power within you. Your responsibility is to do the work alone, in consciousness, and allow the external world to catch up to your inner conviction. This is the solitary dance. It is the ultimate act of self-love and self-reliance. While the world searches for causes outside, you will know the truth. You will know that the cause of your entire life experience is your own consciousness. This is not a burden. It is your ultimate freedom. It means you are never a victim. It means that at any moment you can choose a new story. You can select a new reality. You are not bound by your past, by your circumstances, or by the opinions of others. You are only bound by your current state of consciousness, and you are the only one who has the key to unlock it and choose another. But knowing this principle is not enough. You must apply it. You must live by it. Now go deeper. Let's see how this principle becomes a living, breathing reality in your daily life. So let's bring this power down from the heavens and into your everyday life. This is not a philosophy to be admired. It is a principle to be applied. Let's take a simple common desire, a new job. The conventional man goes to work on the outside. He polishes his resume, he scours the listings, he forces himself into interviews, all while carrying the inner feeling of lack, of needing something he does not have. He is fighting the shadows. But you will do it alone. You will go to work on the inside first. You will understand that the state of being gainfully employed is a state of consciousness, one that you can choose to occupy right now without permission from anyone in the world. The outer actions may still happen, but they will be inspired, effortless. The true creative act, the cause of your success, will be the work you do in the temple of your own imagination, long before you ever send a single email. Here is the work. You will shut the door to your senses. You will turn away from the bills on your table and the rejection letters in your inbox. In your imagination, you will construct a simple scene, an event which implies that your wish has been fulfilled. Do not imagine the moment of getting the job offer. That implies wanting. Go to the end. Imagine it is a week later. Feel the solid desk beneath your hands. Hear the voice of a loved one congratulating you, not on getting the job, but on your success in the job. Feel the pride, the security, the deep, quiet satisfaction of being exactly where you want to be. What does that feel like? Linger in that feeling. Let it saturate your entire being until it feels more real than the room you are sitting in. This feeling, this inner conviction is the key. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen by the outer world. This is the prayer that is always answered. Once you have successfully captured this feeling, once you have made this inner reality your home, you have done the work. You have assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and in doing so, you have put into motion a series of forces, both seen and unseen, that will conspire to bring your inner vision to pass. The world is a mechanism. It must objectify your assumption. You will find yourself thinking of an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and he will have the perfect connection. An opportunity will appear from a source you never considered. The right words will come to you in an interview. This is what is meant by a bridge of incidents. You do not need to build the bridge. You only need to go to the destination in your imagination. The bridge will appear, naturally and inevitably, to take you there. Your assumption, your feeling, is the command. The entire world rearranges itself to obey. You must learn to disregard the world outside. The external world is only a shadow. It is the reflection of your past thoughts, your past assumptions. It has no creative power. It is old news. When you look at your empty bank account, you're looking at a memory. When you hear a no, you are hearing an echo of a previous inner state of doubt. To do it alone means you must develop a fierce loyalty to the unseen reality within you. You must be willing to believe what your imagination has shown you over what your senses are telling you. Do not react to the shadow. To react to it is to make it real again, to give life to the very thing you wish to overcome. Persist in your new assumption. Live from the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and the shadow of the old world must by its very nature fade away and be replaced by the substance of your new inner state. This is the path to mastery. It is not a trick you perform, but a state you inhabit. You are no longer a person seeking a job. You are a person who is gainfully and happily employed. You walk in that assumption. You think from that assumption. You feel from that assumption. This is your new self, your new I am. The world has no choice but to conform to this new identity. It must bring you people, opportunities, and circumstances that are in harmony with this state. You do not change things by fighting them. You change things by changing the consciousness that is creating them. This is total creative responsibility. But what happens when the shadows seem to fight back? What do you do when challenges and obstacles arise? Not as echoes, but as seemingly solid walls in your path. Here is where the work goes even deeper, into the art of revision and true transformation. When challenges arise, and they will, you must understand what they truly are. An obstacle is not an external force sent to stop you. It is not a sign that your desire is not meant to be. A challenge is a mirror, held up to show you where your conviction is not yet absolute. It is a loving invitation from your deeper self to purify your assumption. If you are assuming wealth and a bill appears, the bill is not the enemy. The lingering feeling of lack within you is the cause. The obstacle is simply an effect, an echo of a belief you have not yet fully released. To do it alone means you do not fight the reflection. You do not rail against the circumstance. You turn inward with even greater focus, and you return to the state of the wish fulfilled. You must persist in your assumption until it becomes your dominant feeling, your natural state of being. The challenge is a test not of your worthiness, but of your faithfulness to the reality you have chosen within. Here, you are given a divine tool, the art of revision. At the end of each day, you have the power to rewrite your history. The past is not dead and fixed. It exists only in your consciousness, and therefore it is malleable. Do not carry the failures or frustrations of the day into your sleep. Instead, in the quiet of your room, you will do the work alone. Replay the day's events in your mind's eye, but this time you are the director. You will rewrite any scene that was less than ideal. Did you have a difficult conversation? Re-experience it now. Hear the words you wished you had heard. Feel the warmth of a resolution. Did you receive disappointing news? Revise the letter. Hear the messenger tell you exactly what you wanted to hear. Do not just think of the new scene. Think from it. Feel its reality so deeply that it erases the memory of what the senses first told you. This is the act of true forgiveness, the forgiveness of self by rewriting the past. This is not self-deception. It is the selection of a higher reality. Understand this, all things exist now. Every possible outcome, every potential timeline, is a finished state within the infinite field of your consciousness. When you experienced an undesirable event, you simply activated one of these states through your assumptions and fears. Revision is the conscious act of withdrawing your awareness from that undesirable state and placing it upon a more desirable one. You are pruning the branches of your life. You are selecting a different version of your past from the infinite possibilities. If you persist in this revised reality, it will have the same effect as if it had actually happened in the physical world. For the only reality is consciousness, and where you place your awareness, there you are. By choosing a better past, you are, by law, creating a better future. You are changing the very foundation from which your tomorrow will grow. As you faithfully practice revision, you will see your world transform. The effects of past mistakes will begin to dissolve. An argument revised in love may lead to an unexpected apology the next day. A revised failure in a project may lead to a sudden, inspired solution. This is because by changing the feeling and memory within yourself, you change your vibration, your state. And the world, which is nothing more than your own consciousness pushed out, must reflect this inner change. You are washing the world clean by washing your own mind. You are healing others by healing your own perception of them. You are not changing a dead past. You are altering the cause of the present and future. Each night, you have the opportunity to die to the old man of yesterday's limitations and be reborn into the man of your ideal, carrying with you a clean and perfect past. This solitary journey of assumption and revision is the greatest of all privileges. It is the path of the mystic, the path of the true creator. It is where you come to the profound realization of your own divine identity. You are not a puppet of fate. You are the operant power selecting which version of reality you will bring to life. You are the essence of creation itself, clothed in flesh. This is the secret that the great ones knew. They knew that the kingdom of heaven was within, and that they had the power to shape it according to their will. This understanding of your own power leads to the final stage of awareness, a new relationship with action, a deep trust in the unseen, and the joyful acceptance of your full creative responsibility. This understanding of your creative power will fundamentally change your relationship with action. You will cease all anxious, forced effort. The man who is not aware of this principle works by the sweat of his brow, trying to move mountains from the outside. He is fighting an uphill battle against the shadows. But you, knowing who you are, will act from a different center. Action for you will become inspired, not compulsory. When you successfully assume the state of your wish fulfilled, you will be moved to act in ways that are natural and effortless. It will feel like the next logical step. You will not force a door open. You will simply walk through it as it opens before you. This inspired action is the natural consequence of a changed state of consciousness. It is the universe flowing through you, not being pushed by you. If you feel the need to force, to struggle, to manipulate, stop. Go back inside. The work is to be done there, alone, until your inner state is so secure that action becomes a joyful, automatic expression of it. You must grasp this fundamental truth. Creation is finished. You are not bringing anything into existence. You are simply becoming aware of that which already is. Every conceivable reality, every possible outcome, every state of being, it all exists now in the infinite landscape of your consciousness. Your task is not the struggle of a builder, but the simple act of a selector. Think of it as an infinite gallery, where every possible masterpiece of your life is already painted and hanging on the wall. Your work is to walk through this gallery in your imagination, find the painting you desire to experience, and lose yourself in it. You must feel its reality, animate it with your attention, and claim it as your own. To do this alone is to stop looking at the blank canvas of your outer world, and instead select the masterpiece that is already finished within you. What you feel and believe yourself to be, you already are. To embrace this power is to assume total, unwavering responsibility for your experience of life. This is the core of doing it alone. You can no longer look outside of yourself for a cause. There is no one to blame for your misfortunes, and no one to credit for your successes but the activity of your own consciousness. Every person in your life is simply playing the part you have assigned them through your assumptions. Every condition is the materialization of an inner state you have consented to. This is not a weight but your wings. If you are the sole cause, then you hold the power to change the effect at any moment. You are not a pawn in the game of life. You are the player who is dreaming the entire game. To accept this responsibility is to step out of the role of victim forever and into the full stature of the Creator. It is the ultimate act of reclaiming your divine power. You will begin to walk through this world as a co-creator, aware that you are shaping your reality from within. You will see the outer world not as a solid, unchangeable fact, but as a beautiful and fluid mirror of your own mind. Your focus will shift from manipulating the world to tending the garden of your consciousness. You will become a master of your inner conversations, a conscious director of your imagination. You will know that your real work is done in silence, in that solitary space where you and your true self, your I am, are one. This is a life lived from the inside out. It is a life of power, of grace, and of freedom. For you know the secret. Circumstances do not matter. Only your state of consciousness matters. You are not defined by the world. You are the one defining it with every feeling you allow yourself to feel. This is the power and the privilege of doing it alone. It is the journey from believing you are a part of creation to knowing you are the very power that creates. It is the realization that the solitary chamber of your own mind is the workshop of God. There is no power outside of you that can give you what you want or deny you what you desire. You are the alpha and the omega of your own world. The beginning of your experience is your assumption, and the end of it is its objectification in your world. You were not born to be a passive observer of a reality created for you. You were born to be the conscious dreamer of your own magnificent dream. Now awaken. You are no longer waiting for the world to change. You are the change. Everything you experience from this moment on is simply a reflection of the work you do, alone. So, the only question that matters is this: what state are you choosing to occupy right now? Let me know in the comments. What assumption about yourself did you just change? If this message awakened the Creator within you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your real work has just begun. And if you think this was powerful, the next video will show you the secret to making your assumptions feel undeniably real. Click it now and enter your new reality.